Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Of course, my name is Nick, and here we do talk toys and pop culture of all kinds, and sometimes, just sometimes, we do talk a little shit about other subjects. But today what we're going to do is we are going to delve into another toy review. This is going to be another Storm Collectibles figure from the Mortal Kombat line. As far as I know, Storm Collectibles may be about to lose or have the license suspended, so we're not going to get any more Storm Mortal Kombat figures for a while. Tell me what you know about that in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content, please take the time to hit the like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you know when I post more. Because we do this all the time on the channel, and I do upload regularly. You guys are absolutely amazing, and it costs you nothing, but it means the world to me. I love you guys for it. You guys don't change for anybody. But back to what I was saying. Mortal Kombat. So Mortal Kombat came around in August of 1992. A lot of us may have been kids. Some of us watching this may not have even been born yet. But Mortal Kombat's sub-boss, not Shang Tsung, but Goro. What we're going to do today is review the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat X Goro figure. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about Goro, he is the sub-boss most of the time in Mortal Kombat. You will also see him in the modern Mortal Kombat film when he fights Cole. You will also see him in the original Mortal Kombat film from the 90s, where Johnny Cage groin punches him into oblivion off a cliff. Terrible way to die for the Shokan Prince, but absolutely still one of the funniest moments in film history, as cheesy as that movie was. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead, punch in, and review Goro. Alright guys, so you know how we do here on the channel, we do the box first. As you can see here, the box for the Mortal Kombat X Goro by Storm Collectibles. Of course, their action series. You can see the Storm logo there. You can see Goro looking all menacing and bored in the box. I don't know how you can manage to be menacing and bored at the same time, but what the hell. Over here, it's age 17 plus. On top, you get your Mortal Kombat X logo. You come around the side, you get more of the photography of the figure. You come around the back, of course, you get some better glamour shots of the figure. Of course, it shows the interchangeable heads and some poses. Down at the bottom is the barcode. Should any of you guys need that, go ahead and pause now. You look over here, of course, you'll get your Storm Collectibles and all of your licensing. Now, I hear Storm is losing the license for Mortal Kombat, or it's temporarily frozen. Let me know in the comments below what you've heard about that, because I do think the license is frozen temporarily. And if it is and they lose it, I'm sad we didn't get a Johnny Cage. That's pretty bad. A Johnny Cage, a Sonya, a Melina, and a Katana would have been great. But if they lose that license, I don't know who's going to get them next. And you look here, and of course there is a blurb about the character. You can also pause if you want to read that as well. You come around the side of the box, you'll get some glamour shots of the figure. Again, nothing too special here. And if you hit the bottom, you get a big-ass honking Mortal Kombat X logo. Let's go ahead and take a look at Goro's accessories. Alright, so out of package, you can see that Goro doesn't come with any blood effects, any fatality effects, anything of that nature. You go over here, you get a head sculpt that's kind of a sneer. You get one over here that's kind of really pissed off. And you come down here, and Goro is all about hands. If you have 4 arms, of course, you have a ton of different hand options. As you can see, we have grabbing hands, tighter grabbing hands, sort of a pointing hand, an open hand, another grasping hand, a smaller grasping hand, another open hand, and another grabbing hand. Over here, we have much the same plethora of hands, just on the other side. It's kind of a choose-your-own hand sculpt adventure with Goro. Altogether, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 extra hands, and 2 head sculpts. This is a hell of a setup because it has many gesture options you can do with Goro, and it's really good for posing and photography. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. Alright guys, we have Goro out of the box. Look at this guy, man. Storm Collectibles went out of their way with this. He's absolutely huge. This guy probably clocks in at close to 12 inches tall, maybe 8 to 10. I'm going to go ahead and say probably about 9 or 10 inches tall, maybe. But if you look, the detail on the head sculpt is fantastic. The dry brushing is there. The skin textures, everything is 100% amazing. And this is the quality we're used to with Storm Collectibles, and that makes me sad if they're actually losing this license. But you look down here and you do get some Goro toes. You get some nice leather work on the, I guess they're spats or knee guards. You get the studs on the belt work here. You get the fur, the stitched together skin in the front. The fur effects on the belt. You'll get the sash. Around the back, you'll get much of the same. You'll get the texturing on Goro's back with all the spots. The ponytail is posable as well and removable. Should you choose to do that, you get the necklace with it. You can actually remove that or just leave it on there. But the rubies are a clearer plastic, as you can see here, which is pretty fantastic. The detail on this guy, though, is absolutely second to none, and Storm Collectibles has really knocked it out of the park with this. The articulation is pretty standard for a Storm Collectibles figure. He does have the diaphragm here, and it is a plastic overlay or a rubber overlay. So you're going to get a little bit of ab crunch out of this guy. Goro's not going to be like rolling up into a ball or cannonballing like Kano. Goro's all about them arms. So he's got two smaller beat your ass arms down here. Like he can grab you and kick your ass with these, or he can grab you and kick your ass with those. I mean, it's a choose your own arm adventure with this guy, and it always has been since Mortal Kombat 1. But yeah, I mean, the skin textures are definitely there. I don't know how much of that you can see. Let me see if I can get a little closer to that. That should give you a good idea. There's some vein work there. But he does have the standard Storm Collectibles articulation. He's got the head, which can rotate 360. The ponytail is an extra point of articulation. Head does go all the way around. So you have the arms that can go out to a T. They can go 360. The butterfly joints work here. It does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The gauntlet does get in the way a small bit of the double jointed elbow. It has wrist rock, wrist rotation. You may have to rotate the gauntlets to get the hands in different positions. Down here, it does not have butterfly joints, but it does have a T-pose ability. You can get the arms to go 360 if you hold them straight out. The other arms will block that otherwise. It does have another set of double jointed elbows and bicep swivel. It does have wrist rock and wrist rotation. You have your waist rotation. He can also do the big old Goro splits. His legs are on ball joints. There is no thigh cut here. You have double jointed knees. The actual leg guards do get in the way of that, though. He cannot kick his own ass. You do have foot rotation, foot rock, and ankle pivot, and the toes do, I believe, actually flex up and down. But that's your articulation for Goro. I'll go with some size comparisons here in just a moment. So let's talk about some size comparisons. You'll have your standard 6-inch figure, which is Danhausen from AEW and Jazzwares. Then it goes up to a 6-inch figure from your Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles wave. As you can see, he is absolutely dwarfed by Goro. So the size differentiation is there, and it is pretty fantastic. And you come over here, and of course, here's another beefy Storm figure, and that's Doomsday from the Injustice line. And they're knocking the same size. This would be a brutal fight, guys. And let me know in the comments below what you think of that idea. Because Doomsday and Goro would tear down some serious real estate if this were an actual thing. But these two guys knocking the same size. I think Lobo is close to the same height as well. I do have him. But yeah, I mean, as far as size comparison goes, you could fit Goro in with just about any universe you have and it would work. Even with McFarlane figures, the scaling should work correctly. And let me go ahead and we'll go to final thoughts. Alright guys, final thoughts. This Goro figure is an absolute banger. I will give him a score of 10 out of 10. Storm Collectibles absolutely knocked this out of the park. The original Goro figure is very, very expensive. So this is the Goro I went with because I didn't want to pay the stinky aftermarket price on the other. Plus, this Goro has way more detail, he's way more posable, comes with way more hands and way more head options. And I mean, you just can't go wrong here, guys. You absolutely cannot go wrong. So, solid 10 out of 10. I will leave a link in the description below so you can pick one up for yourself from the Big Bad Toy Store, because I do know that Storm Collectibles has a suspended license on this product right now. So I don't know if this is the last of these we're going to get. I don't know if there's going to be another Goro down the pipe from another company. I have no idea what's happening, but I know that for one in this scale, you probably can't hope for better right now. So I will go ahead, like I said, and leave a link in the description below so you guys can grab one of your own. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and reviewing the Storm Collectibles Goro figure. Again, hell of a figure, man. Hell of a figure. The original release is a bit pricey right now. I really don't like the detail on the original. I know the original is a grail piece for a lot of people, but man, I really like the detail on this Goro. Storm Collectibles went out of their way to provide a quality figure here, and they did not disappoint. So again, this is going to be the Goro figure I go with. The original I may get down the line somewhere. I just don't want to pay the aftermarket price for that. So again, great figure, excellent articulation. I give him a solid 10 out of 10. I will leave a link below to the Big Bad Toy Store so you guys can get one of your own. That way, you know, you guys have one, because again, if this license does expire, or this license stops, I have a feeling this is going to be the last of the wave. So, I mean, I know they've teased a Johnny Cage, a Katana, a Melina, and a Shang Tsung, but I also don't see anything but prototypes and pictures of those just kind of hanging out on Reddit and places like that. So, again, I don't know if Storm is going to continue with the license. I don't know if WB is going to unfreeze that so Storm can continue. I hope they do, though, because I really want that Johnny Cage figure. I feel like this is what's missing from the series, as a matter of fact. Johnny Cage and a Shang Tsung would absolutely be fantastic, especially a Shang Tsung with the throne. But guys, what I'll do is I'll go ahead, punch out, and I will see you later.